Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Love Your Love Muscle. Good to have you here. Happy New Year for those that are tuning in to the live recording. I will say live recording because we are pre-recording this. We are not broadcasting live directly anymore. And that is just to give people in Europe a chance to chime in during a live session as well. Because previously, our time was late in the evening in Europe and suitable for the US. And I had a lot of US followers, but recently more and more people, or recently, the past years actually, more and more people in Europe are following me too, are taking online courses, taking offline courses, coming to my offline meditation sessions in Norway here where I live. So there's a natural need to join the live sessions as well, but on an earlier time in the evening. So I'm still recording this and live broadcasting this to Second Life, but we are sending the broadcast, the recording live and on a later day and earlier in the evening. And then you say, well, then it's not really live, isn't it? But I will be there live. So it's a live broadcast of a recording, and I will be live there in the chat answering any questions and enjoying my time with you guys when you are listening in and want to discuss things. Also after the session has finished, because we're always doing a guided meditation and we will focus more on that. We will less talk, more guided meditations. And then I'll be there before and after the session to answer any questions and get ideas from you maybe as well for a new show, for the next show. Okay? So that's what's going to change in 2025 from now on. You are watching, most likely, if you're not joining live right now, you're watching live a recording, and I'll be there live for you to answer any questions in the chat, in whatever, on whatever platform you are right now. And for those that are listening to the podcast recording, so the audio recording that is being published as a podcast, a few days after that, you can of course always send me questions and comments on the podcast platform you are, and also actually better to just do that via the contact information you see in the description of the podcast, because I'm not on all podcast platforms. Okay, so that's new. And since it's New Year, Happy New Year everyone, if I haven't told you that yet. This year we're going to talk about, of course, heart-focused meditation again, but we're starting off with how you can implement a heart-focused meditation into your everyday routine. So say you have a New Year's resolution that you want to stick, that you don't want to forget, that you don't find too difficult to follow up on. Let's do an example, a heart-focused meditation practice. If you want to start with that in 2025, how will you make that stick? But it's also the same kind of thing for other things you want to do as a New Year's resolution, right? So we're talking a little bit in general, but we're jumping over to the more specific meditation part of how do you make a meditation practice stick as a New Year's resolution. Okay, so let's get started. Before we begin, for those that are new, wow, my notes were all scrambled up. And that's the fun part with the recording. I mean, we're recording this now live, but I'm not going to cut or edit it that much that things are popping out. I mean, I still like it to be raw and almost unedited, right? So what I want to start with is actually explaining, for those that are new, what heart-centered or heart-focused meditation actually is. Yeah. So unlike mindfulness practices that focused mostly on breath or body scanning, a heart-centered meditation invites us to direct attention to our heart area, our heart space. And that's both a physical and an emotional practice because we steer, our emotions are connected to our heart. Many people say it's the gut, I have a gut feeling, but that's a gut feeling. The emotions like appreciation, care, compassion, love, all that comes from the heart. If you have heartbreak, that's called when your love ends with somebody, you have heartbreak. It's called that way because you feel it in your heart. If you get very angry sometimes, you feel it in your heart. If you feel in love, you feel your heart radiate more. And you have butterflies in your tummy. That's okay too. But still, it's all connected to the heart, right? Our heart is a central part of our nervous system as well, and the rhythm our heart beats in has a direct effect on our nervous system. So we will learn more about it throughout the year when we do more heart-focused and heart-brain coherence meditations. So today we're going to start off very easy because that's one of the key points of making a habit stick, making a New Year's resolution stick. Keep it simple. Don't make it too simple that you don't care about it. It should be important to you, but don't overcomplicate things. Don't go too big. Keep it simple. Okay? So that was the heart-centered meditation. Very easy technique we're going to learn. Just focus on the heart and dive into it. We'll guide you through it pretty soon. So another fun part with heart-focused meditation is that there is a nice acronym we can use to teach you how to make that heart-focused meditation stick as your New Year's resolution. And I call it the HEART method. And each letter of heart means something. So we have the H, which stands for habit stacking. And by that I mean, or habit linking. By that I mean that we link or plug in our meditation practice to an already existing habit that you have. So say you stand up in the morning, get out of bed, get up to the kitchen and you drink your tea and sit down with that tea. Right after that, or while you wait for your tea to settle, you can do a short, heart-focused meditation practice. So that's what I mean by habit sticking. Find something in your daily routine where you can plug in a 5-minute session. It doesn't have to be longer than that. Habit stacking, H. The next letter of heart is the E, which stands for environment or environment design. So make sure that you have things around you. It doesn't have to be many things. You don't have to build an altar or anything like that. But have something in your direct environment that you can link to a meditation practice. So that could be your cup of tea. Maybe you have this tea packages with labels on it with a certain saying on it, or maybe you have a picture of a loved one or a friend that you use. Whatever. A cushion you sit on instead of the chair. All those kind of things that make your body, your nervous system recognize that, hey, every time I sit on this cushion, or every time I drink my tea, or every time I sit here in this environment, it's when we go and meditate. And after a while, you will notice that when you just walk into that environment or just see that one object or photograph, that your body automatically relaxes. You program your mind and body to react, to trigger, and to get into a meditative state because you familiarize yourself with those items in your environment. So we have H, habit stacking, E, environment design. Now comes the letter A, accountability partners. So have somebody in your environment close to you, a partner, family member, a friend, a colleague, if you do your meditation at work, for example, or just a reminder app or whatever you want to do. Have an accountability partner, somebody that can keep you on your toes and say, hey, I haven't seen you go to your meditation spot this evening. Or, hey, you were very quick out of the house today. Did you forget to drink your tea and meditate? And hopefully this partner, this accountability partner, wants to practice together with you. That's even better, because then you can keep each other accountable. So that's A. Next letter, R. Realistic expectations. Right? We want our expectations about our New Year's resolution, our heart-focused meditation, to be realistic. If you want to do long 30 minutes deep guided meditations every day, that's not going to stick pretty well, because it's too much, right? Especially if you're new to the game, it's too much. Don't go there. And I would never advise anybody to do hour-long meditations every day. And that's for certain people, monks or anything like that. You and me, who have to work every day, have a family life, friends, really 5 to 10 minutes is enough. You don't have to go deep even. The heart-focused meditations are so much beneficial for your body, your nervous system, your mind-body connection. And you will learn all about it this year if you're starting out this year with our podcast. That was our realistic expectations. Track your journey, T. The last letter of heart, T, track your journey, which means journaling, diary, note blocks, whatever you want to use. Note your experiences. Jot down how you feel before and after a session. Not all sessions are super. Sometimes you struggle. There are things happen in life that affect your meditation practice. Write about it. And you see afterwards when it stopped, when certain situations stopped bothering you and your meditation practice didn't suffer under it anymore. Your whole journey, write it down, because sometimes changes are so subtle that you only recognize them when you go back in time through your journal and see how you progress, right? So that's a good or an important one. I always mention it for those that are starting with this work, starting with meditation, starting with self-regulation techniques, or really using what we stand for in the Transformational Meditation Group. Use all the techniques we teach to change your life completely and the life of others if you want to. Jot it down, journal it, make a diary of it so you keep track of your progress. And then, of course, you will come up with excuses like, I don't have time. That doesn't count for me. You don't have time? Don't say that. Because like I said, the first letter of the heart method was habit stacking, H, habit stacking, which means plug your meditation practice into another habit you already have. That makes it easier. You can't say I don't have time, because if you wait for your water to boil for the tea, you already have a couple of minutes to do your practice. You can also use micro meditations throughout the day. So if you were in a hurry in the morning, do it another time during the day. Yeah? Do it right after lunch or right before lunch, in the evening, while you're waiting for the coffee machine in the cafeteria at work. Lots of spots where you can just have at least 3 minutes for yourself and do a short heart breathing focused meditation. And after a while, if you progress, you will notice that you can do this technique, heart focused breathing, with your eyes open while you walk from one meeting to the next, for example. So I don't have time, doesn't count. My mind won't quiet down. Many people think that quieting the mind is very important. It's like the main goal of meditation. Quieting the mind is more a result of the meditation practice. And when you start, you won't be able to quiet your mind, and nobody can quiet the mind completely. That's not possible. And for many that will start with this, you will notice that the moment you quiet down, you quiet yourself down, you become calmer, your nervous system calms down. The more your awareness goes to all the thoughts that you are having, and then you are thinking, oh, it's so noisy up there. I'm thinking so much. Help, help. And when you do that, it becomes even worse. Yeah? So there's something that's called a practice I call don't give a shit. I will teach you that later. But don't worry about not being able to quiet down the mind. That's not the goal here. Yeah? And especially not with heart focused meditation. The goal is focus on the heart. Settle down there. Let the chatter and the thoughts go, and not go away, but just let them go, pass by. Observe them. You're going to practice that, and you're becoming very, very good at that after a while. So don't worry. Don't say my mind won't quiet down. That's not an excuse. Another one I keep forgetting. Oh, it's not a habit yet, right? So that's also again H from heart method, habit stacking. Plug it in at that spot during the day where you won't forget it and where it becomes a natural part of your daily routine. So many tips about that. Personally, I do it right after I wake up, no matter which day it is. 5 minutes, breathing through my heart, creating a state of being inside of me that I want to be in during the day. It helps me so much. So whatever part of the day you choose, whatever habit stacking you choose, I keep forgetting is not an excuse. You can always set an alarm and on your mobile device or whatever you have as well. Okay, so that's are the tips, right? How do you make things stick and use the heart method for heart focused meditations? Actually, you can use the heart method every time for other New Year's resolutions as well. But I found heart method for heart focused meditation rings a bell, right? And it's easy to remember as well. Just take the letters. H, habit stacking. E, environment design. A, accountability partners. R, realistic expectations. And T, track your journey in a journal. So follow that method and you will succeed. Absolutely. Let us start with a guided session. Let us do, for those that are new, your first heart-centered meditation, and let us do that together. So find a comfortable position. You can sit on a chair. You don't have to sit in a lotus position or anything fancy. Just make sure that you have both feet on the ground if you are sitting in a chair. And try to sit up straight as possible. Okay. And just take a few nice, good, deep inhales. And exhale all the way out. And as you exhale, lower your shoulders, loosen your jaw. You can close your eyes if you want to. You can take another nice deep inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Just let out a sigh if you can do that. And feel yourself settling down every time you do this deep inhale through your nose. And as you exhale, every time you exhale, just relax even more, settling more down, feel yourself getting centered. Beautiful. Now breathe normally. Breathe normally. For those that are watching the video, you might already see what I'm doing. I'm putting my hand on my chest as a habit, right above my heart center. You can do that too. Just place your hand on your heart center. And that helps you focus on your heart because we're moving our focus to our heart center now, right there underneath our hand. Now close your eyes if you haven't done so yet. Focus more on your heart center. feel the warmth of your palm and the rhythm of your heartbeat. Just notice the warmth of your hand on your chest. Do you feel the rhythm of your heartbeat? And imagine that you are breathing through your heart. Nice, calm, deep breaths through your heart. Just imagine the air going in and out of your chest area. There's so many benefits for our nervous system when we breathe through our heart this way, when we focus on our heart this way. More about that in coming episodes. So keep breathing through your heart, and can you imagine warm golden white light as you breathe in, and breathing in that white golden light. Breathe it in through your hand, through your heart, just warming that area of your heart even more. During these quiet moments, thoughts might arise. That's okay. Just let those thoughts come and go. Try to be the observer. Use your heart focus as your anchor. It's a point to get back to every time as you observe a thought. So every time thoughts arise, don't engage with them. Observe them and return to the sensation in your heart space. As you have your hand on your heart space, breathing through your heart, it's only natural to allow feelings of kindness and compassion. Just let them emerge. Kindness towards yourself, your body, compassionate towards yourself and your body. Beautiful. Grateful for the time that you have with yourself. A moment to settle down and relax, a little reset. So let's end this practice, this first practice, with a brief heart-centered blessing. Just repeat after me out loud or in your mind the following sentences. May my heart be open to growth. May my heart practice bring my peace. May my heart practice bring me peace. May I trust in my own timing. May I return to this practice with gentleness. Again, repeat after me, out loud or in your mind. May my heart be open to growth. May my practice bring me peace. May I trust in my own timing. May I return to this practice with gentleness. For a moment, before we return, just notice how you feel right now. Now become more aware of the room you are in as we slowly return to the present moment. Be aware of any sounds in the room. Breathe normally. Move your body slowly back and forth and from side to side. Maybe you want to wiggle with your fingers and toes. When you are ready, open your eyes if you had them closed. So thank you so much for joining me today in this first episode of the year in a slightly new format, more educational, more focused on guided meditations. And I hope you want to grow with me, and I hope these episodes that are coming every other week will also help you continue your meditation, good New Year's resolution, your meditation New Year's resolution. May this podcast help you in that as well, to just stick to it. And remember the heart method, right? I will write them down in the chat as well. So if you found this episode helpful, share it with someone who might benefit from it. If you found this meditation to be very difficult for you, you didn't like focusing on your heart, please contact me, because heart-focused meditations aren't for everyone, and I can help you to get more acquainted with it in another way. Because our heart is very important, doing heart-focused meditation has so much benefit. But if there's something that has happened in your life, or past lives if you believe in that, for some people it might be difficult to get into their heart space. They don't want to be there. And if that person is you, please contact me, because I can help you with that. So you can come back to your heart, because that's such an important place to be. All right. I hope you enjoyed this session. Welcome back. Happy New Year. And I'll see you back in 2 weeks again for another new episode of Love Your Love Muscle. Be safe, take good care, and namaste.